Well, I went out today to fly the little Mavic Mini with a friend of mine, Walter, and things went okay. Just one little problem. I could not get the little Mavic Mini to go into video recording mode. Don't know why. I know I kind of messed up, and the only thing I did to prepare for the flight today was charge my batteries and controller. Might have should done a little bit more pre-flight work on the little Mini. But I'm going to go ahead and dig into things right here and see if we can figure out why I had the problem. This is the screen recording of my phone. There was no audio. This came up a couple times at the field. I did try to do that at the field. It wasn't the problem. This is where, when I got it back here on the bench, I was demonstrating that the red button on the right side in the middle, you just couldn't get it to activate. I could go in there and select video, photo. Couldn't select quick shots, of course, because I wasn't flying. But there's just no way to get the video activated. I did it for some short periods, but then it just quickly came out of it. It just didn't work right. So I went in, attached the Mini to my computer with a USB cable, went into the DJI assistant for Mavic, and upgraded the firmware in it. I think for the past 5 months I haven't been flying. The firmware in the cell phone had been updating, but the firmware in the platform had not, and they were just too far different from each other. And see, there's me playing with the video resolution, but it would seem to change that, but it would not start video. So it was just a firmware update and got it working. I'll just have to keep things more up to date, and before I go flying again each time, I'm going to do better pre-flights on all my platforms. So here's a little video of after I got it fixed. Okay, I got it working. I think my phone had been doing updates for the past 4 or 5 months that I hadn't flown the Mavic Mini, and the Mavic Mini itself had not been updated, so I did a firmware update on it, and now everything seems fine. When I touch the red button on the right hand side of the screen, I start getting video. Got a counter counting up right underneath it. That would not happen even when I got it back here to the bench. Wouldn't work, just wouldn't function. Went in and did a firmware update, and now I can stop it again, no problem. I can use the button on the controller to start it. I can use the button on the controller to stop it. I can touch the screen with my finger to start it. I can touch my finger to the screen to stop it. Basically, the biggest problem here was I did not do a good pre-flight. Like I say, when I knew I was going flying today, I ran down and quickly started charging some batteries. I didn't even turn on the Mavic Mini for the past 4 or 5 months at all, so that was my bad for not going through everything and getting everything ready. Lesson learned. I didn't pre-flight the Mavic Mini well, so we got out to the field. I couldn't record video for some reason. I got it fixed when we came back, but all I could record was single photographs. So while I was there, I was just taking some pictures as I was flying back and forth, and yes, I was flying backwards a lot. And so when I got back here, I just stitched them together with a half a second delay on each one of them. It sort of looks like a little video, gives you a little bit of an idea.
we had a great time. So here you go. There's a truck coming down through the sod fields. These are sod fields. That's what these guys do for a living. So it makes for big green flat fields to fly over. I was just going back and forth there, and here's where I invoked a return to home. It goes up to 200 feet before it starts home. Found out when I got back, I just had some confused firmwares, I believe. Anyway, this is, like I say, just the pictures stitched together. A couple of returns there, even with different camera exposure.